pre-filled with €5 value of gas, but the customer does not have to pay for the €5 at once. Instead, the customer can pay for gas with as low as 50 cents per time using a mobile phone. When that micro unit is exhausted, the smart meter locks in the gas until a new micro unit is paid. And when the cylinder is finally empty, we swap the empty cylinder with a new pre-filled one, and the cycle starts all over again. Now, we interviewed 180 households. We interviewed 118 households in Lagos, and we realized that all of them want to switch to cooking gas. But the big problem is the switch cost from moving it to dirty fuel to cooking gas is a big problem. And also, when they make the switch, they must be able to prepay in micro units using pay-as-you-go model. Now, by 40 of our operation, we will make a profit of €270,000 by selling 180 metric tons of cooking gas to 10,000 families in Nigeria. Now, when you capture just 4% of our beachhead market, we'll be preventing.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to ClimateLaunchPad 2020. I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Oluwatosin Ajide. I'm the program lead for NCIC, Nigerian Climate Innovation Center, and I also double as the national lead, country lead for ClimateLaunchPad Nigeria. The beautiful day in Lagos is a little bit cloudy. I hope anywhere in the world I hope you're having a good weather. Today, I'm quite excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm really happy you all could join and honor this invitation. The program will be starting right away. I can see most of our panelists have joined, and I can see our keynote speakers have joined. So all protocols are duly observed. I'm really happy you all can join us. Before we proceed, I would like to give a little bit background to CLP. Some of you might not know what CLP is, or some of you might just hear it for the first time. CLP simply means the Climate Launchpad. Climate Launchpad is the biggest green competition all over the world, consisting of 56 countries. Yes, you heard me right, 56 countries, and we are still expanding. We have 7 in Africa. We have in South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana. We also have Tanzania, Uganda, and Mozambique. I promised my friend in Mozambique, Daniel, I hope you're watching. If you're watching, I promise to give you a shout out. So Mozambique, I hope you got that. All right. CLP have always been a physical competition. Over the years, it has always been a physical competition. This is my 3rd year running CLP in Nigeria. It's been physical, the boot camp, the national finals, the regional finals, and the global finals have always been physical. Last year, we have the physical national finals here in Lagos at the Lagos Business School. Then top 3 proceeded to African regional final, which held in Kenya, hosted by the KCIC, Kenya Climate Innovation Center in Kenya. Then we have the global finals, which our top 3 attended in Amsterdam, Netherlands, at the CLP Center in Amsterdam. So that was pre-COVID-19, the pandemic. But now, you all is happening around the world. The COVID-19 pandemic came in, and we all had seats down and have a roundtable talk, and we decided to move ahead with CLP. The pandemic would not stop. We actually motivated us and inspired us to check other alternatives and see what we can to see the opportunities that lies in switching the Climate Launchpad to digital. So right now, this Climate Launchpad is now a digital, 100% digital program. For this year, we still don't know if we'll proceed digitally for next year or the subsequent year. But for now, the whole event, both the national finals, the global finals, the African regional finals, is going to be 100% digital. It's been challenging turning 100% digital, but we have to adapt. And as Africans, we have known for our resilience, and we actually bounced back up, and we've actually used the pandemic as an opportunity to even reach a larger crowd. The CLP this year, we received over 300 businesses, 300 business applications this year. Yes, 300, over 300 applications. We were third globally, just behind India and Kenya. We really hope to achieve 1,000, 1,000 and above next year applications. And we can do that by everyone's support. We hope next year will help us publicize it and get more people involved. Also, after the 300 application we got, they went through a rigorous screening, which was done by our consultants and our partners, which helped us limit the top 18. The top 18 we're being invited for 2 days, a 3 days digital boot camp. It was an exciting time. We have a CLP professional, a CLP professional trainer from Kenya. Mr. Lawrence Tiga was the trainer for the 3 days boot camp. It was exciting. The participants, the businesses went for a rigorous, deep training on how to turn their ideas to business and how to get into the market, on how to build a good pitching deck, on business generally, on turning their green ideas into business. It was quite an exciting time. I still always want to go back to that video to see how exciting the training was. After the training, each of our businesses were being advised to go do a pitching deck and prepare and have a peer-to-peer learning to support their business and move their business to the next level. Since then, we have a great time. We've been interacting with the participants prior to these national finals. So that's progress we've made so far this year, and we are so excited to have you guys join us for the national finals. Today, we have excellent speakers. We have excellent judges who are going to help us select the top 3. The top 3 will be proceeding to the African regional finals in Kenya, which will be holding digitally. Then they will also, the top 15 or the top 18 will be proceeding to the global finals. So our judges, our excellent judges this year will be helping us select those top 3 unique businesses that will go into the global competition. Without wasting any of our time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. Is a man I admire so much. I was so excited when I heard he's going to deliver the keynote address. Mr. Sean Melbourne, permit me to read his profile, short profile, before I invite him to give his keynote address. Mr. Sean Melbourne has been the head of climate change and energy for West Africa. He's based in Abuja since August 2019. Before that, he spent 6 years as Deputy Head of Mission in Albania and the Deputy High Commissioner in Zambia. Without any further ado, can you please help me, if you can, invite Mr. Sean Melbourne to deliver his keynote address. Thank you. Mr. Sean, are you there?
I am here. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Can you speak a little bit louder?
Let me just, there seems to be a slight issue. It's like looking at me backwards, I think. Can you actually see my face?
No, we can't see the other side of the camera.
Yeah, okay. It's very strangely my my video seems to be.
You can just tap on your camera.
Yeah. Oh yes, I see. There we go.
Right. We can see you.
Excellent.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's why they leave the technology to other people, like the fantastic participants on the competition today, and not me. Anyway, Honourable Minister, all protocols observed. I'm delighted, I'm honoured to have been invited to address you today on the issue of green ventures and mitigation for climate crisis. Citizens, communities and economies are currently facing the 2 greatest challenges of our times: climate change and the COVID-19 pandemic. The response to both of these crises is rooted, I believe, in science and innovation. As we look to recover from the COVID-19 crisis, the decisions we make today will either lay the foundation for sound, sustainable, and inclusive growth, or lock in polluting emissions for decades, and in doing so, make our societies more vulnerable. A science-led, clean and resilient recovery, however, will create employment in the industries of the future, while ensuring we address the linked challenges of public health, climate change, and biodiversity. For just like the COVID pandemic, climate change is happening now, and practical action is urgent. And we need innovation, we need expertise, and a step change in finance so countries can adapt and become more resilient to climate impacts. Over the last few decades, humans have changed ecosystems more quickly and extensively than in any comparable period in history, largely to meet rapidly growing demands for food, fresh water, timber, and fuel. While these changes have contributed to global economic development, they have also resulted in substantial and unfortunately largely irreversible degradation of many natural resources, and in some cases, exacerbated poverty among the most vulnerable segments of society. It is now understood that, in addition to undermining most international environmental goals, current trends in biodiversity and ecosystem loss threaten 80% of the UN Sustainable Development Goals related to poverty, hunger, health, water, cities, climate, oceans, and land. However, and that's why we're here today, technology can help people around the world adapt to our changing world, as well as reduce the most harmful effects of climate change. The use of digital technology in natural resource management, for example, such as mobile devices, the Internet of Things, and artificial intelligence, is still nascent, but has grown steadily over the last decade. There is increasing evidence that when developed and applied in a customizable and scalable way, digital solutions can significantly improve the efficiency, responsiveness, and efficacy of natural resource management activities. However, current efforts are generally fragmented and poorly documented, making it difficult for stakeholders to learn from best practices, to replicate success, or identify opportunities for collaboration. And that is why at COP26, which the UK will host in Glasgow next year, we will be pressing for an all-of-society approach to address climate change. Our aim is to involve governments, cities, regions, civil society, youth, indigenous peoples, faith, and yes, business and investors to catalyse action for a net zero resilient future and to take immediate action to support a green and resilient recovery. We want to work with all countries to share the opportunities of clean growth and ensure international action on adaptation and mitigation, and that they're taken equally seriously to deliver the ambition set out in Paris in 2015. We will do this through driving greater political ambition and working together to translate this into commitments that catalyse real action on the ground. And again, that's what this competition is about. To effectively tackle climate change and its impacts through tech, People in the places that need these technological solutions must have access to them. Knowledge sharing is essential. For if we share learning, we can innovate faster. If we scale up the same technologies, we can bring down their costs more quickly. If we align our standards, we can ensure sustainable business is not undercut by unsustainable competition. Deployment of new technologies can also create opportunities for lower income countries to leapfrog higher income ones, such as by using decentralized renewable energy sources and microgrids to quickly and reliably electrify remote and hard to reach areas or provide backup electricity for emergencies. And I would like to cite one particular example of tech in action. As we all know, national and local authorities often lack the resources they need to supervise and control a wide range of threats, including illegal logging, illegal mining, and oil spills. These activities cause a breakdown in forest habitats, undermining forest and indigenous peoples' livelihoods and destroying ecosystems. The Forest Link platform, developed by Rainforest Foundation UK, enables trained community monitors to use customizable mobile apps to capture evidence of illegal activities or other threats to the forest. Alerts are constructed using a simple survey app and are sent quickly and easily using SMS texts or a satellite connection to law enforcement authorities, local government, and NGOs to help inform their response. The Rainforest Foundation has found that working directly with local communities can help reduce monitoring costs and inefficiencies while also improving forest governance. And real-time alerts from communities in Cameroon, for example, are contributing to government legal action against illegal loggers, and alerts in Peru have led to arrests and the seizure of mining equipment. The current project currently operates across Cameroon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, and Peru. Now, ladies and gentlemen, last year, the UK government forged a new partnership between the Department for International Development and Innovate UK's Knowledge Transfer Network to expand its work into Africa. And 3 new science, tech, and innovation hubs were established, including one in Lagos. And the head of hub, Leanne Jones, is online today and is one of your very distinguished judges. So that's great. Hello, Leanne. The Knowledge Transfer Network has an established network of UK innovation stakeholders covering more than 37,000 organisations and 92,000 individuals from large and small companies, government agencies, research and innovation organisations, funding bodies, and private investors. And I hope some of your winners today, or all of them, because I think they're all very good applications, can join this network and marry up with investors and collaborate. The network aims to build greater research and innovation collaboration between innovators in Nigeria, in Africa more broadly, and in the UK, leading to new business to business and business to research, innovation dialogues, collaboration, and partnerships. Leanne and I were therefore delighted to have been invited to support the Nigeria Climate Innovation Centre and this competition to encourage homegrown ideas about how best to apply tech to environmental challenges. I hope that some of the products and innovations that our finalists will be displaying today will go on to contribute to combating climate change and wider environmental objectives and also to supporting jobs, and can be scaled up as necessary to make a material difference to people's lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you very much for your keynote address. I'm so excited that you mentioned what you are doing in Nigeria, West Africa, and Africa as a whole in regards to climate change. Thank you very much for your time. All right. While Sean was giving his keynote address, I can't help but to notice that the Honorable Minister joined us. I'm so grateful that she could join us and excited on behalf of all the youths in the climate space. I want to say thank you, Ma, for showing your interest and your tremendous support to the youth all over Nigeria. Thank you very much, Ma. Before we proceed, thank you very much, Ma. We are so delighted to have you, Ma.
I'm a recycled teenager.
All right, Ma. All right. As we proceed to the next thing on the agenda, I would like to specifically explain that the ClimateLaunchPad is a global competition with 56 countries being involved and 7 in Africa. It is quite important I share that the Nigerian Climate Innovation Center is their official partner in Nigeria. They have partners in all over the world that helps them with this competition every year. If you'd like to find out more about ClimateLaunchPad, you can just type ClimateLaunchPad.org. You get resourceful information about ClimateLaunchPad, or you can just send an email to Nigeria@ClimateLaunchPad.org, and you get a response on any other information you need to know about ClimateLaunchPad will be given to you. Without any further ado, I would like to invite my CEO. He's also a recycled youth, like the Honorable Minister. Mr. Bankole will invite the Honorable Minister for our talk. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not too busy, because I hope you will not be busy joining us, please help me welcome Mr. Bankole Oloruntoba. Mr. Bankole, are you there?
Thank you very much. I'm there. Thank you. Thank you, Thurston.
What is the volume on this thing?
Hi, Bankole, are you there? All right, I think. All right, I think Bankole is having issues with his connection.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'll just. Hello, Bankole.
Yeah, apologies for that. That must be due to network. But again, I would like to use this medium not to waste any further time to welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Environment, Honorable Minister Sharon Ikeazo. Please welcome. And then you can use your speech, man. Thank you. Kindly go ahead, Honorable Minister.
Okay, I think I lost you for a minute. Yes, your connection was bad. Okay, I'm very glad to be here. Like I said, I'm a recycled youth. Hello, Sean. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me I mean, we all know that climate change is real. And there has been series of events to prove this to us clearly. And we as government on our own, we cannot tackle all the issues, so we must collaborate with the youth, the private sector, research institutes, NGOs, and the general public and all communities. So I really commend the efforts of the Nigeria Climate Innovation Center in supporting Nigerian green entrepreneurs and SMEs. Green entrepreneurs provide the platform for starting and sustaining a green economy by providing green products and services, also introducing greener production techniques, and also boosting demands for green products and services. And this, in the end, will probably create green jobs, with a positive impact on our environment and the economy. As part of Nigeria's efforts to promote a green, climate smart economy, we joined the rest of the world to ratify the Paris Agreement in 2015, and we're committed to implementing the NDCs, which cut across 7 key economic sectors: power, oil and gas, agriculture, land use, transport, industry, waste, and water. At the moment, we are revising our nationally determined contributions, and we're working towards its inclusion, the conclusion of this by November. I have Mr. Tafa here, head of our climate change department. The revision of the NDC will definitely take into account youth contributions. And the revised NDC will also present an opportunity for green startups to contribute to help further drive Nigeria's path to a green economy. Nigeria has made efforts to develop the national green bonds market to support the green interventions. You're all aware of this. The federal government had issued its first and second green bonds, which were oversubscribed, and were in preparation for the third issuance. These bonds were targeted mostly towards solar energy projects, as well as national afforestation programs. And these programs are being implemented by 4 agencies under the first issuance. And this covers 841 hectares with forest and economic trees. The other projects we've concentrated on is the solar energy projects, which we termed energizing education. And these were implemented in some universities, the Alex Ekweme University in Ebonyi, then we have the Bayero University in Kano, then Usman Danfodio in Sokoto. Then we have in Makurdi, the University of Agriculture. And also in Delta State, we have the Federal University of Petroleum Resources at Efuru. So the Green Bond private public sector advisory group comprises international and local partners, and they are the ones set to monitor and report on transparent issuance and utilization of these funds. Also, the Federal Ministry of Environment, it might interest you, has successfully engaged the climate finance advisor for Nigeria. And this climate finance advisor will be situated at the Ministry of Finance. This is due to the fact that Nigeria has accessed very little climate finance compared to other countries in the region and in the world, actually. This expert will build capacity on how to design project proposal with the right indicators and emission factors for all MDAs. And we'll be leveraging on the Interministerial Committee on Climate Change as well. The engagement of this expert will actually enable Nigeria key into and benefit from our calculations, about 22 billion naira available internationally for climate finance. And this climate finance advisor, I will add, is thanks to the UK government and the hard work of Sean Melbourne and the High Commissioner in Nigeria that made this possible. The ministry, through the Department of Climate Change, in collaboration with UNDP, had successfully carried out the Youth Climate Incubation Hub, which was implemented across the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. We had a total of 1,431 applications, but 370 youths were selected. Of these, 74% were male and 26% were female. And I hope we can work on the balance to improve on that. The zonal hubs were done, to extract and harness feasible, innovative solutions to climate change from youths across the nation. And there was a follow-up innovative solutions boot camp, where these youths were trained, and their ideas were turned into bankable business plans. Plans are also underway for the National Youth Hub. So I hope your platform and that of the Department of Climate Change will collaborate on this, because I would like us to showcase the brilliant ideas of our young people to development partners and prospective investors. Also, our National Gender Action Plan was recently approved by the Federal Executive Council. This will mainstream women and youth in circular green economy as well. As you know, I've always been very partial to the development of young people, as I believe the youth should be at the center of action of any progressive society. Also, young people have been taking action as leaders of change. They have been at the forefront of climate action, so we must amplify their voices and provide platforms for them to thrive. I'm glad that the NCIC has presented such a platform for the young people. And I congratulate the finalists for making it thus far. And I urge all to explore green economic opportunities and continue to act in the best way that we can safeguard our environment and for us to live in harmony with nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We are very grateful for your time. Yes. And we also look forward to further collaborations, especially in the Youth Climate Hub that you have mentioned. Yes. Our center, as you know, is an incubation and also a support structural platform for young businesses within the green space. Yes. We are also working towards creating that financial intervention to help early stage businesses be able to be viable, particularly on the rooftop of the EDC. That's the Enterprise Development Center. Gives us that that capacity to be able to deal with SMEs and also leverage on the best of hands, and the best of brains, to be able to create linkages for small businesses, SMEs, and particularly innovation-driven businesses. And we look forward to help, to work with the ministry to set up this center and also, incubate this, this strategy and take it across Nigeria. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister.
Definitely. And may I also add, as COP26 is coming up under the presidency of the UK and Italy, we intend to showcase our innovative young people. So that's where collaboration is key. The ministry was able to sponsor about 5 of our youth to the last COP25 in Madrid, and we intend to do so. And the theme for this year's COP or focus is more on our solutions are in nature.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Remember,
we'll
have innovative businesses waiting for you.
Yes, so I see you and Peter Taufa collaborating.
Yes,
so whenever
and with businesses. Yes.
Yes.
He cannot leave, ma. He cannot leave. He knows he cannot leave us.
Yes, I think we have to hold him back till we get everything.
We have to. We have to. He cannot leave us
until we conclude on our NDCs as well and present before we can let it go.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you on that one.
So
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Dr. Tarfa, you don't always say that we cannot let you go. Thank you very much. And we have a few ideas that we'll share with Dr. Tarfa that I'm sure we will push for that to help drive drive a green economy in Nigeria. Because we are very particular about that side of a green economy, and we think it's a very strong and viable economy and can contribute a lot to the Nigerian GDP at large. We will share these ideas through Dr. Tarfa with you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Tarfa. You want to give us a word, sir?
Yes, I just want to reiterate what the Honorable Minister said in terms of organizing for COP26. So we have to really get a concept around that. And then the second thing she did say was very critical, this training hub for the youth, because we have gone around the country, invested ideas, but they needed to train so that we scale it up. And then the third thing has to do with, we still have a pending issue on the position of the ministry on the governance structure of the Innovative Center.
Yeah.
So that also
sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will work with you, sir, to make all this a success, sir, and to make it happen. Thank you very much, ma'am.
I'll be in and out listening in on you.
Okay, ma'am.
While I get my work done here.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. We can let you go now.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes,
have a very great day, ma'am.
Yes, I'm here.
That's one of our youth that I'm so proud of.
So,
with us at COP25. Yes.
Definitely. Thank you, Honorable Minister, again. And I will shift directly to you, Sheifumi, so that we can have our fireside, our fireside conversation. Sheifumi, are you still there? Hello. Is Sheifumi there?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Hello, Sheifumi. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm great.
Are you doing good?
Well.
Okay, great. Just before we started, you've heard what the Honorable Minister has said about the role of young people in the fight against climate change, and in relation to that, we drive businesses, we drive young people's businesses, and you, my friend, has been the champion of almost everything young people and also climate change in Nigeria. So share with us some part of your journey and how far you have helped young people be very participatory in the in the fight against climate change.
Thank you so much, Bankole. There is a proverb in Yoruba land that says, when the big masquerade has danced, there's really nothing that the small masquerades will do on the scene. So the Honorable Minister of State has spoken, Sean Melbourne has also spoken, and they really have, I like where Sean emphasized, commended what you're doing, because this is to improve documentation of innovative ideas, as well as to foster collaborations. And the Honorable Minister has given a detailed account of the work the ministry has been doing, which I have been very actively supporting and been a part of. She's also talked about how young people will be included in the NDCs, which is very, very important. We're working on that currently, and we're hoping to see how far it goes within the shortest possible time. So what I really would love to do right now would be to listen to the very awesome ideas that people will be sharing, and later on I can give a thought or two. I really would not want to say any other thing, considering the whole lot that the Honorable Minister and Sean Melbourne has said already. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but just before we jump into the the presentations, I mean, I followed you for a few days and your journey across Nigeria, visiting the the recycling centers you found in Lagos and a few other cities. But just before these young people begin pitching, what would you say as have you seen that keeps giving you that hope and possibility of a green economy in Nigeria?
Okay, what I have seen that stands out clearly is the fact that most of these ideas are not born from a place of I'm in this to make money, if you know what I mean. Of course, that's the narrative we're even trying to get them to see, that, hey, you just cannot be passionate about this, and you cannot say people should do good because it's good to do good, but you should be able to see the business perspective. But that's solid, that core purpose for which they have been thinking around solutions is what I think stands out the most. And looking at the Climate Innovation Hub, which I actively coordinated, I also saw that people are able to bring up solution in ways, you know what they say about he who wears the shoe knows where it pinches.
Yeah,
So they're able to look at what their problem is. The solution someone in the north will bring in forward is completely different from what someone in the southeast will bring forward. So these are two things that I think have stood out so far in young people's solutions to address climate change.
Okay. All right, Shefumi. And I'm sure that with the kind of businesses that you're going to meet today, we hope we'll be able to help also improve, your satisfaction, or what will I say, your perception on how this green economy is going to grow in Nigeria. But what would you think that you'll be expecting? What would you like to see in the next few minutes?
Well, like the Honorable Minister said, it will be great to have some of these people at COP26 with the support of the UK in Nigeria, not just to shadow the negotiation process, but to be able to put forward solutions that we can be very proud of. I mean, we can put forward climate solutions and say, hey, that's from Nigeria, or hey, it's a Nigerian behind this. Those are the kind of ideas I really would love to see.
Yes.
And I clearly understand that ideas are not refined from the start, but I believe that I strongly believe that we can look at whatsoever they will be putting forward today and look out for a way to develop them such that when we present them on global front, we can be very proud of the innovativeness and the validity of such ideas.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Shefumi. I hope in the next few minutes you will enjoy
I'm going to be staying all through, so I'm keen on each of the ideas and will share my thoughts.
All right, great. So maybe you can serve as our ombudsman, somewhere on the outside to help us also look at those very fantastic ideas. Thank you very much, Shefumi, and I'm really grateful that the Honorable Minister had to nominate you, to be part of today's event. And I also like to thank Sean. And also the UK government for their support. And we believe that by COP26, as the Honorable Minister has mentioned, and Dr. Tafa, I believe that we can produce some of the best ready to market ideas or startups that can represent Nigeria. So without moving any further, without wasting further time, I'd like to hand over to Tosin to also introduce our panel of judges, which one of them I would like to mention has been, is one of our board members, and that is Nike Olafimiha. And I want to thank Nike and Emmanuel, for joining, and Leanne, even though I've done it, but I'll let Tosin carry out, all the other introductions. Thank you so much, everybody. And I look forward to fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mankole. Thank you, Shefumi. Thank you, the Honorable Minister. I'm so excited that you guys could share your thoughts around the innovative businesses. All right. So my favorite part of the event, having been led the ClimateLaunchPad in Nigeria for over 3 years, I've been exposed to several brilliant ideas and innovation. It's crazy the number of ideas we have in Nigeria, and I'm so grateful that COP has created a platform, a stage, and that these businesses can expose themselves and introduce themselves to the world. Without any further ado, I will introduce the judges. We have cool judges. They were deliberately and intentionally handpicked. Like my colleague said, we have Mrs. Nike Olafimiha, who is part of our board of directors. So technically, she's my boss. So you guys should understand I'm under some kind of pressure right now because she's my boss direct. So all right, Mrs. Nike Olafimiha has more than 30 years of legal experience in both civil and commercial litigation. She has worked extensively on gas and power issues in Nigeria and beyond. She has been keenly involved in all reforms in the legal regime in both gas and power sectors in Nigeria. She is currently a member of Board of Directors of Nigeria Climate Innovation Center. Mrs. Neke Olafimion, thank you for joining us, ma. Are you there, ma?
Thank you.
Thank you, ma, for joining us. All right. Next up is our Mr. Emmanuel Tedei. Our Mr. Emmanuel Tedei work experience of over 25 years, span across financial services, power, energy sector, where he has head financial advice and economic research at Financial Derivative Companies Limited. He has also head research at Keystone Bank before heading to chief economist at the Unity Bank PLC. He was also appointed as the special assistant to the former finance commissioner at Delta State. Currently, he is the head of economic department at FMDQ, and he also doubled as the executive secretary for Financial Center for Lagos. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Tosin. Good morning, Olorun Toba, once again. All protocols duly observed. Thanks to the Honorable Minister for our support. This is an idea close to our heart. We are pleased to be here. Good morning, Sean. Nice to connect with you again via this platform. Thanks, everyone. It's nice to be here.
All right, Mr. Emmanuel has really been supportive to NCIC. We really appreciate your support over the years, sir. Next up is one young man I really like, and he gets me inspired every time. Our next judge is Mr. Mohammed Brahma, who is a native of Kwara State. I should mention that I'm also from Kwara State, so probably that's where the bond came from. Mr. Brahma earned his bachelor's degree in computer science from prestigious University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Great to the Ilorin. All right, he's currently the general manager of Kwara State Social Investment Program. He served as the special assistant to the president on internet displaced person under the office of the vice president from 2015 to 2019. Because of his great work, he was again reappointed as a special assistant to the president on job creation under the office of the vice president in 2019. Currently, because of his philanthropist and his zeal for helping his community, he gives back by creating a foundation in Kwara State with the name Mo Brahma Foundation. Brahma, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for extending your invitation to me. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Minister, I'm Sean, and all the other panelists and participants. It's nice to be here.
All right, thank you very much, Brahma. Last but not the least, our final judges, our final member of the jury is Leanne Jones. Leanne Jones has been working at the intersection of climate change, international development, and innovation for 15 years, having received a Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Economics at the Australian National University. Leanne is particularly interested in supporting private sector solutions to environmental and climate change, and was instrumental in setting up the DFID's partnership with Shell Station and Mobile Phone Trade Association. While working in DFID, Leanne completed a master's in innovation and sustainability for international development at Success Investing in UK. I should also mention that Leanne has also worked with World Bank in setting up climate innovation centers around the world, just like the Nigerian Climate Innovation Center. Leanne, we are so excited to have you. Leanne, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? I'm having a little bit of trouble with my Zoom, so apologies if I come in and out and have to change over to my phone. But afternoon, everyone, Honourable Minister, distinguished guests. It's great to be here and be part of the panel. I'm really looking forward to hearing all the exciting ideas that people are presenting today. Thanks.
All right, without wasting any time, I'll just quickly go through some headlines for the participants. Firstly, everyone should have their mic on mute so you don't interrupt. while others are speaking. It's also very important that you have whenever you're talking, you have your camera on so that we can see, you can put a face to the name. Also, the context of the formats of the pitching today will be slightly different from what everyone is used to. We don't want to keep everyone here for a long time, and we have quite a number of businesses. We have 14 businesses. It won't be fair to have every one of them have their long pitching over a period of time. That will make us spend almost like 3 hours pitching. So what we did was to have them pre-record their videos, their pitching videos, and they have all been sent to the judges to watch ahead of the live events. So the question that will be on everybody's mind is that what about who they are not the judges? Well, the participants will begin a minute to summarize what they do before the judges ask them questions. So after each participant finish his 1 minute summary, the judges have a question for the participant who will raise his or her hand, and they will be called upon to ask their questions. It's also very important that after now, if anyone has interest in seeing their pitching, their pre-recorded pitching videos, kindly reach out to me through an email or probably under the chat that you want the chat box that you want the pitching video, and to be sent to you after the event. All right. Right now, I'm moving straight into the competition. First on the list is Bean Energy. Bean Energy, are you there? Mr.
Yes, I'm here.
Kalio? All right, so you have a
Yes,
minute
I'm
to
here.
summarize
Yeah.
your business, and afterward, the judges will ask you questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, your time starts now.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kalio Ball. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Bean Energy. Bean Energy is an auxiliary power provider. We convert organic waste to generate auxiliary power for households and businesses. We do this by converting organic waste into biogas that we use to generate power in our modular mini grids, isolated mini grids for our national grid is down. The benefits of using our system is our system is more complementary compared to petrol generators. It's also 40% cheaper than petrol generators and more environmental friendly compared to petrol generators. These are our systems.
Hello, Kalio. Hello, Kalio. Hello, Kalio. Hello, Kalio. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Please, we had an issue with your audio. Please quickly recap on what you on your business, please.
Hello, Tosin.
Quickly recap in 20 seconds, recap on what your business, on what you do. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, we convert organic waste. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you
Please
hear
go
me now,
ahead.
Tosin?
Yes, please go ahead.
Bean Energy converts organic waste to generate auxiliary power for urban households and businesses. And we sell it using a prepaid model at 13 naira per kilowatt hour. That's basically what we do.
All right, thank you very much. Please, does any judge have a question for Kalio?
So, good morning again. This is Emmanuel. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I hear you.
Okay. The comment I have is same as I had when I reviewed your presentation before this meeting. Again, the idea sounds very nice, but your ability to communicate and present what you're doing very succinctly so that it can captivate and capture the attention and minds of the audience is critical, because if you're going to do a go-to-market strategy, it must involve a strong communication plan. So you can communicate your idea, what you're doing, and why it makes sense for them to patronize you. So that is the bit I wanted to pass across to you. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Do you have any other question from the judges? All right, Leanne, please go ahead.
Great, thanks. Sorry, I didn't know if there was a hand raise or if you can just see, I just do the old style of raising my hand. Thank you so much for that presentation. So just wondering about how you deal with challenges within the waste stream. So if you get material that is not great, you know, inorganic material essentially, how that process will be dealt with either from the customer side or within your technology itself. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much, Leah. So we will have designated organic waste sources. So like market sellers that would already means that they will give us their organic waste after the base work or something. We also want to get organic waste from fast food. So all these will have made them earlier and arranged them how we'll be getting organic waste from them. And we'll have dedicated employees who go out to get this waste. So we do this getting actually biodegradable waste. I've already arranged them what and what kind of waste I will collect from them.
Leanne, were you able to speak anything from that?
Yeah, essentially, I think it's through a communication strategy with the customers. Is that correct?
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Before we proceed, please, for all the participants, it's very key you check your audio, please. If you don't have to use your mouthpiece, just make sure, please, that you communicate well. Please try and make sure your audio is fine enough. All right. Thank you. Moving on. We have Mana. Emmanuel is the CEO of Mana. Mana, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Your 1 minute starts now.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Benson, and I'm the CEO or founder of Mana Nigeria. Basically, Mana is a Nigerian startup that collects surplus food from restaurants, farms, grocery stores, supermarkets to consumers at half the price. The users get to eat great food for less, and we save the environment from food waste. So part of the things we do at Mana is connect these businesses to consumers, because we know during the pandemic, a lot of businesses have had a lot of transportation constraints and customer issues. So instead of losing out on all their stock, we get to sell it for them at half the price. So users definitely get to eat great food for less, and consumers receive an additional revenue stream, all while reducing food waste and saving our planet. Yes, that's that for me.
All right. Do you have any question from the judges? Do you have any question from the judges? Okay.
I'll jump in if that's okay.
Okay.
So just a question on, I think thanks very much for the presentation. I think the connection for the supermarkets and linkages and restaurants and all that is a very strong link. I'm concerned a little bit about that linkage with farmers themselves and how that would work. I mean, you're looking at 2 states, I think, and there's not a huge amount of farming, say, in Lagos State, and how that, you know, how you think that business model, that side of the business model might work.
So what we do is we try to get as much as possible. We want to start from the farm level up to the shelf. So let's say we're not able to get through to the farm level, we go to the shelf. I've had a lot of supermarkets and restaurants come to me and tell me that yes, they have a lot of products that are almost out of validity. And of course, no matter the discounts and sales, a lot of people don't know these things are going on. And they do not want to spend so much more on marketing for people to know that these products are actually going out for sale at this cost. So they come to our platform, we create a platform for them that they come and put these products and sell it for half the price. So what we do is we just connect, we create a platform so they come on and they put in their product and then consumers come and buy it for half the price instead of losing the product. So of course, for the farming level, we have a lot of farmers that, let's say, harvest a ton or 2 tons of plantain, and they don't have the customers because a lot of people can't walk to the farms now due to the pandemic. So what we do is we connect to them because currently we have an in-house logistics system that delivers it directly to your doorstep. So we can deliver groceries to you directly to your doorstep from the farm. So usually what we do for these farmers is instead of them losing out on all their food stock, they get to sell it for half the price. So we go to the farm, we inspect, we pick up, we sort, and then we deliver it to your doorstep with a no contact delivery at a flat rate.
I have a question. Josie?
Okay, go ahead, Emmanuel.
Yeah, so I'm a bit concerned about your model, your business model. I understand a bit about the farmers. So perhaps in terms of the shelf life of the products, there'll be some time lag before a farm product can go bad. But for a restaurant, when you say they have excess food that you distribute at half the price, how do we guarantee the quality of that food? And then I don't understand the context of sharing leftovers. I don't know how that works, especially if you have to. When do you get the food delivered to you for you to and then distribute to customers? What about the quality of the food? What are the chances of the risk involved, food poisoning, the spoilages, and all that? How do you take care of all of those issues?
All right, thank you very much for your question. Really makes sense. So to start with, for quality control, we have a number of restaurants that we don't sell leftovers basically, but then we have a time constraint. A lot of these restaurants and cafes always prepare meals specifically for breakfast. So let's say coffee and let's say coffee and sandwich for breakfast. And then by 12, they can't sell coffee and sandwich anymore because a lot of people are not having, a number of people might not want to have coffee and sandwich at 12, but then there's still a number of people that would want to have it, but then they do not know that it is available. So what we do is we connect those people that are ready to have that coffee and sandwich from the restaurant. Instead of this food actually going to waste, we connect it so they still get their coffee and sandwich at past 12 to 1. So part of the things is on the platform, once you're coming and putting your product up for purchase, there is a timeline. So let's say you put a timeline from, let's say, 12 to 2 p.m. And then after that, the product goes away from the platform because we are time constrained. And for quality control, we have our pilots, our dispatch riders, when they get to the restaurants, because they don't deliver it to us. We go to the restaurants to pick up and then take to the consumers. So what we do is at the point of picking up, there's an inspection of the product at sale. So before packaging and delivery, we check the product itself, a real life experience. And then if it's possible, the dispatch rider to certify whether the product is okay for delivery or not. Afterwards, we do an after sales survey. So let's say after we deliver for the customer, we call back and ask how the meal was, and we get to tell them give us reviews on how the meal was. And it will interest you that currently we've had over 1,357 orders, and we've not had one complaint. We very well know that these things might still happen in the future, which is why in our app that we're about to deploy, there's an AI system that is built to know which meal is decayed and know the quality of meals right there. that the pilots themselves used to scan these meals before packaging for delivery. Thank you.
All right, I think for Mana, I think that would be the number of questions we can take. He has spent a lot of time. Please, if any other judges have a question for Mana, kindly drop it directly to him on the chat box, or you can just type it on chat box. Then Mana, you can reply to each judges that have further questions. All right, moving on is a very vibrant young lady, Bamboo Wood. The CEO is Olamide Oladeji. Olamide Oladeji, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Your time starts. Yes, we can hear you very well. Thank you.
All right,
Your time
thank
starts
you.
now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Olamide Oladeji, and I'm the founder of Bamboo Wood Africa. Bamboo Wood Africa seeks to hello. Okay. Bamboo Wood Africa seeks to use bamboo, convert bamboo into woods that are usable to at least save more than 10,000 trees cut down yearly to meet the increasing demands of wood in furniture industry here in Nigeria. And what we seek to provide access to sustainable wood, reduce over dependency on hardwood, and also to protect the ecosystem. The process is to convert the normal bamboo woods that you see around into bamboo planks, different sizes, boards, floorings, and usable wood. Thank you very much.
All right, I guess you're done. Do you have any? Does any judges have a question for Olamide?
Yes, Olamide, how are you?
Very fine.
Good. Yes, this technology has been around for a while.
Yes.
So what new thing are you bringing to the table? What new innovation are you bringing? Because we have people who weave a lot of things from bamboo, and they do chairs and all, cane chairs and all of that. What new thing, what new innovation are you bringing to make it more appealing? Because I'm not sure you can say currently that bamboo furniture is top of mind amongst people who customers who demand for furniture. So what new innovation are you bringing to the table to create that cutting edge that will give it advantage over the regular furniture?
What I've seen in Nigeria is that people use the bamboo wood directly, which might create preference for people in different classes. But this bamboo wood will process the normal bamboo planks, the studs that you see around, into woods that are fine and of different quality for people to use. It's actually, you can see some of the produce in China. We have companies in China that they do that. So the bamboo planks are they are processed into normal planks that you see that can be cut down to create the normal furniture that you see around. So there's no traces of seeing the real hardwood bamboo that everyone sees.
Okay, that's fine.
Any other question?
Yes, I have a question. So,
all right, go ahead, Brian.
So yes, so from your presentation, which I also watched earlier, to understand it, I get it. You're saying you're taking bamboo beyond the regular cane chairs and the regular
Yes.
bamboo. You're actually using it for the wood, the planks itself. You're actually
yes.
not using the regular timber. You want to use bamboo now and process it into the wood. Now you said this is much cheaper. How can you give me a little bit of the specifics? How much cheaper exactly is it? Like what comparatively regular timber and wood? There has to be at least a sizable comparative advantage in cost. What are your figures or estimates like?
Okay, so I compared the woods to that of the ones that are produced in China, and with the rate of dollars, that was how I was able to compare. And most of the woods we even use here in Nigeria, most of them are imported. So most of those wood, and they are, if you convert the normal, that's in dollars, of bamboo planks, bamboo studs. Most of them are around 8,000 to 10,000 naira here. So if dollar is rising and falling, we can have a stable amount here in Nigeria, whereby we can have that amount of money that is stable, and people are not pressured into, oh, dollar will rise, dollar is going down, and we can have a constant price for wood here in Nigeria, and furniture makers can benefit from it, and we can have cheaper woods to everyone around. I believe that answered you.
All right, Brahma, does that answer the question?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So next up is Cat Debt. This founder of Cat Debt is Fimba Hoji. Fimba, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you see me?
Yes. Please go ahead. Your time starts now.
Okay, I am Fimba Oji, the project manager and founder of the Cadets Group. So our concept is simple. We collect solid waste from homes, offices, industries, banks, religious centers, and what have you, through our unique online or mobile platform. Now, these wastes that are collected, these solid wastes that are collected are converted to our plants, where we convert them to fuel, clean and affordable fuel. Then we sell them at 120 naira per liter. So our platform is www.caddebt.com, or you can have the mobile application on Play Store. Thank you.
All right. Any question for Fimba? Do you have any question for Fimba?
Yes, please. Just sorry again, just a bit of details. Specifically, what can these fuels be used for?
To power gen sets, like to power your generator sets. So they serve as alternative to the current means of power supply we have in the country presently.
That's it, just fuel for generator sets.
Yes, also you can use the fuel for combustion purposes, like all these local buyers, all these local marketers or local traders use it to light their lamps, or all these suya makers, or people just use it for. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. I think we'll move on here. The next is Salubata. The founder is Fela Kinsey. Is Fela here? Fela, are you here? I don't think Fela is on presently, so I think we'll just move ahead and with the next person. Then we'll probably come back to him when he comes online. The next is Hack Homes. Hack Homes. The founder is Olalekan Olaiwala. Olalekan, are you online? Okay, he's not online. I think he's having difficulty.
Hello, I'm here. Hello, can you hear me? I'm here.
Okay. All right, Fela, who is the founder of Salubata, is here. Fela, you have 1 minute.
All right, thank you. Thank you. My name is Fela. I'm the CEO of the brand known as Salubata. In a year alone, there are over 381 million tons of plastic waste produced annually. But the bigger problem here is that only just about 90.5% of this waste have ever been recycled. Now we have another recurrent problem whereby we have a lot of recycling companies, but the volume of plastic waste in the environment remains constant or even more in the environment. So we have more. So what we realize here is that we have the volume, the problem is in the volume and not even in what people are doing. So people reuse these plastics rather than recycle or upcycle them. So with the bag in the environmental science and in shoe design, we started imagining if you could convert all of this plastic waste to food waste. we also realize that the potential for impact is so huge. That is over $264 billion per annum, of which we be targeting just about 0.005. That's about $132 million per annum. Overall, we decided to occupy a niche of low-cost recycled plastic shoes that benefits the people and planet while also making a lot of profit. So aside the fact that our shoes are made from plastic waste, they're also modular in nature. If you can see my pictures. So aside the fact that they're made from plastic waste, they're also reducing costs for the customer. And also in a year alone, we have converted over. Oh my God. Thank you.
Yes. As I said, it's not a pitching. Yeah, just giving a summary. All right. Do you have any judges that have questions for Fela?
I have a question, please. Thank you.
All right.
Hello. Yes, I'm afraid I missed the last one. I had connection issues. I've switched to my phone. But to Salubata, could you? Yeah, thank you. Could you please tell us how much a pair of shoes is in Naira? So, you know, how much is a pair and where exactly is your market?
So as it is, the shoes are currently sold for 12,000 Naira. And so for a customer, instead of buying just 2 shoes, you can buy a shoe with two different heads. So even aside the fact that you're saving cost, you are also, for people that travel a lot, you're also reducing the cost of your luggage you carry around. So it's in a lot of ways, you are saving the cost on the customer side in a lot of ways. So you can have this kind of shoe, can have different, like 5 different uppers. And so aside the fact that it adds lowers your cost of purchasing the shoe, it also helps in reducing your carriage. And aside that, as a youth, it also adds to your swag. Thank you.
Very, very well. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any other questions from the judges?
Yeah, it's Leanne here. So in your pitch, thanks for the presentation. In your pitch, you talked about your competitors being companies such as Nike and Adidas and others like that. I would argue that they might not be, you know, direct competitors, given lots of people would buy, you know, pay additional cost for those, for the sort of, you know, aiming for those branded shoes. So are there local competitors and local manufacturers of shoes within Nigeria that you would probably more be competitive with? Thanks.
Yeah, so as it is, yes, there are local competitors who make products from other materials. But for us, we have occupied this niche of low-cost recycled plastic shoes that makes a profit and benefit people and planet. So I would also say that the reason we considered Nike and Adidas as our competitors are the fact that they also make shoes from plastic waste. And for us, we want to sell our shoes globally. And we believe that, and that's why we scaled up what they're doing to making modular shoes from plastic waste. And we have a patent in Nigeria and also in the US on these products. Thank you.
All right. I think that will be all for Salubata. So we'll be moving on. The next is FarmSpeak. The founder of FarmSpeak is Israel Alabi. Israel Alabi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Please, you can go ahead. Your time starts now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Adeze Akpabula, and I am co-founder of FarmSpeak Technology. At FarmSpeak Technology, we produce smart devices that is powered by artificial intelligence and Internet of Things to enable farmers combat climate change. Our smart device, called PenKeep, collects microclimatic data such as temperature, relative humidity, and air quality. And those data are fed into our machine learning model. And in turn, this farmer gets actionable insights via SMS, email, and alarm notification. With a markup of 25%, a single censored PenKeep will be sold for $78, with a $42 yearly subscription fee to cover for our SMS and social software. By 2025, we intend to work towards and achieve Sustainable Development Goal 13 by helping 100,000 poultry farmers. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that very brief and smooth pitching. Summaries, I mean. Do you have any question for FarmSpeak from the judges?
Yes, good morning again. I have my hand up on the, I have my hand up. This is Olafimiho.
All right, can go ahead, ma.
Yes, good morning again, and thank you very much. I have a couple of questions. So could you please convert, first of all, your value in Naira to each farmer so that we can contextualize it where we are? Then I'd also like to see your line of sight, you know, from start to the profit to your projection. And I think you mentioned artificial intelligence. So just wanted to know what you meant by that and how it wasn't clear to me from the presentation where you would get that artificial intelligence or how to use it in this innovation. Thank you.
So a single censored pancake, it will cost $28. And then there'll be a $42 yearly subscription, which is amounting to 15,000 naira, a one-time fee. So in total, this farmers pays 43,000 naira for the pancake, which is a device, and our software management service. Then for our projection, okay, let me go to the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is just to mimic human behavior. So we're incorporating artificial intelligence and Internet of Things to mimic what those farmers or what humans can do. So for example, in a poultry house, where these farmers will have to automate heating and cooling manually, our device can automate heating and cooling and also control this. So if the farmhouse is actually cold or hot, you don't have to go around fixing your manual charcoal or any burning of fossil fuel. Our device can do that and automate it. That's what the artificial intelligence does, just to mimic human intervention. Then our projection, we have a market over 200,000 small-scale poultry farmers. We intend to go beyond this, but we're starting with the small-scale poultry farmers. And by 2025, we intend to have about 6.2 million net worth profit per year.
Okay.
I can hear you, please.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
please?
go ahead, Brema. Please go ahead.
So this is a question and an advice at the same time, right? Because you're going to be pitching this thing if you go ahead to qualify to the next round in Kenya and on and on, you'd be pitching to an audience and you need clarity in your pitching, right? Initially, when I watched your presentation, I saw that there was a bit of there's a bit that's not quite clear, and you said it again. You mentioned it just now when you're answering the question. You said it's an AI. Yes, I understand. You use AI, and it helps in automating, like for example, heating and cooling in the farm, in the barn, in the pen. But it's, for example, sorry, let me just use an example of the automated irrigation system farmers use, for example, right? It's, some use SIM cards, some use different methods. And then when it's time for irrigation, it comes on itself and, does whatever it needs to do, irrigates the farm or whatever it's designed to do. This, I believe, your device, I believe, only sends the signal to let the farmer know when it is time to heat the pen or cool the pen. But it's not, it in itself is not a cooling or heating device. You understand? So it would be good to provide that clarity. Let the clients know that it in itself is not a heating or cooling. So if a farmer still uses the coal system to heat his farm, right? Your device can only let him know when to still go ahead and heat up his farm with the coal system. It's not as if your device actually can automatically heat up and cool the pen. I want clarity on that so that we're clear what exactly your device does. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we've broken our device into modules. So we have add-ons that automate heating and cooling. So if you get our pen keep and you want to automate it with our device, you ask for the add-ons and we incorporate it into our manufacturing. So when it sends a signal to you, you go to our web app and then you click on automate heating, cooling, and then it does that. That's all.
What's the cost of
that does that?
What's the cost of these add-ons? Are they what's the cost, or yeah, just give us an idea of the estimate of the cost of these add-ons.
Okay, with the add-ons and the pen keep, when you buy the add-ons, can you hear me? Hello? When you buy
Yes.
the add-ons and the pen kit, in general, rather than getting for 28,000 naira, you're getting for 35,000 naira. I can't hear you.
Brema, you're mute. You're mute, Brema.
Yeah. I'm saying that, so you can see this is a very important thing you need to let the audience know, or the clients understand about this. It's almost double the price, almost, I'm just saying, for that add-on, which I think is actually very critical. So I'm just saying, in terms of your pitching, just be a bit more clear about this, the add-ons, how extra cost of add-ons, and other details like that. Thank you. Good job.
All right. So that will be all for SpanSpeak. Thank you very much, SpanSpeak, for your presentation. Next up is Echo Highs Beers. The founder is Ogechukwu Uzwegbo. I hope I did murder your name. Ogechukwu, are you there? Ogechukwu. All right, can you hear me, Ogechukwu? Kindly unmute yourself, please. We can't hear you, Ogechukwu. Kindly unmute yourself. Or check your audio. No, we cannot hear you. I think we'll have to come back to you. We can't hear you. Please try and find out what is happening. All right, we'll come back to you. Okay, Chigu. Moving on, we have Affinity Power. This founder is Nonso Aswa. Nonso, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, Nonso, if you are ready, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nonso Aswa. I'm co-founder and CEO of Affinity Power. Inverterless solar is our energy efficient solution that seeks to energize the communities through a very affordable, clean energy model that does not require the use of inverters. This actually eliminates the power losses that's inherent in the use of inverters for solar energy. And it's made possible through our solar wall socket, which is IoT enabled and is actually the first truly energy efficient outlet for solar energy and solar appliances. It's very affordable and also helps us to deliver a clean energy to our community, which is actually the off-grid community and those who are in the unserved and underserved areas in a very affordable and efficient manner. Thank you very much.
All right, do you have any question for Nonso?
Yes, please, if I may start. My hand is up. So my first question. Thank you. My first question, thank you very much for your clear presentation. My first question always relates to your audience. So how much does this relate to per day for your target audience? I like your 30 months to lease, but you know it's a Naira market. Then how old is your business currently? And where is your market currently located? What's your target market for today? Or as of today? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Our target is actually those who are living. We basically address SMEs. These are small businesses that actually need energy for their activities. Basically lighting and cooling, lighting, light bulbs and then fans, And we also have the service we call Cool Plus, which delivers energy efficient refrigerators. We actually targeted that to rural hospitals to try to ensure that they are able to refrigerate these temperature sensitive drugs and vaccines, and also to farms to help to prevent post-harvest losses. But these days, we're also delivering that to small businesses that are selling chilled drinks and making ice block, as well as cold fish and the likes. So our target is small businesses, SMEs, and homes that are living off the grid or near off the grid, receiving a very little amount of energy on a daily basis. So this actually helps them to power their lives and other things that matter to them. The 30-day lease plan we have actually comes down to just about 400 Naira daily. So this is very much more affordable, considering the fact that a whole lot of the people within our market segments are spending as much as 700, 800 in buying fuel for their small generators. So this is much more affordable because we have made it more efficient through the inverterless technology and the devices we have generated to power it and make it work.
All right. I guess that will be all for Nonso. So, oh, Leanne, you have a question? I can see you raising your hand.
I did, yeah, if I can. I'm just wondering about the afterlife or the aftercare service that you offer to customers after they go past the 30-month lease. So once they own the system, is there any relationship you envisage having with those customers to support them in terms of maintenance or replacement of parts or batteries and the like? I just have another quick question around the freezer itself. If there's any envisaged challenges around keeping a stable temperature, particularly if we're talking about using this in healthcare facilities and the need for ensuring stability of the temperature in the freezer. Thanks.
Thank you very much for the question. Yes, as for afterlife service, it's a continuous relationship we have with our customers. In our beachhead markets here in Abuja, Kabusa, within the Kabusa community, we actually are setting up a shop where we handle anything from maintenance, servicing, and also educating the customer on how to use the system and our solution efficiently. So, and that's also one of the things that actually led to that is the issue of batteries, especially on disposal of batteries. So we make sure that if there's any need for disposal, we actually handle it professionally rather than have the customers dispose the batteries in a way that might be that might actually affect the environment. So we handle all of that. And for the freezer, yeah, it has a control. There are controls on the freezer, which actually helps to maintain the temperature of anything at all that is in there, whether it's a drug or food items. So there are controls that actually makes that work. And the IoT feature in our wall sockets and also helps to ensure that you could actually control the power that goes into this appliance remotely. So if, for instance, you're on the way home and you actually need to turn off the fridge or regulate any other appliance, you could do that with your phone. And that's one of the innovations that we have actually brought into it.
All right, thank you very much, Nonso. All right, that'll be all from Nonso. We are moving back to Hakums. Hakums is with us now. Lalikon, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Please go straight to the point, just a summary. Then when asked questions, please go straight to the point. Don't run around, but just go straight to the point. Thank you. Your time starts now.
Hi, my name is Lalikon Dari. I'm the founder of Hakums. Hakums leverage prefabricated construction models in developing residential homes that are eco-friendly. We leverage renewable technology and also recyclable products, construction products in developing these homes and making them affordable and also assess them for zero energy homes in Nigeria. Our goal is to actually develop products that comes about in mitigating the present housing deficit we have in Nigeria, and that was how we come about Hakums. Our products ranges from different preferences based on the customer delights, since it's a construction product. So we are into remodelizing the residential homes perspective in Nigeria, and I think my time is up.
All right, thank you. Do you have any question from Olalikon from the judges?
Yes, please. My hand
Any
is
questions?
up.
Okay, all right.
Yes, thank
Go
you.
ahead.
Yes, I'm a great one for situating things in the context. Thank you very much for your innovative idea. What I'd like to know really is the value of each of your units in Naira. Assume I'm a prospective sort of customer. What would it cost me?
Okay, man, thank you for the question. Majorly, it depends based on our process. We first understand what your design is. Then
No,
we
I'm
can
sorry.
cost.
Let me interrupt you so that you make it brief. You have put some values in dollars. Can you
Yes.
just put them in Naira? Yes, thank you.
Okay, the value we placed in dollar is 20,000 US dollar, and that's ranging at about 8 to 10 million naira as at today's currency rate. However, that's ranging from products on different levels. We have a studio apartment also that are as low as 5 million naira in development.
Very well, thank you.
All right, do you have any other questions from judges?
Yeah, it's Leanne. If I just go ahead quickly, if that's okay. In your pitch,
please go ahead.
Thank you. You talk about the kind of environmental credentials of the project being around using recycled material for construction as well as renewable energy. And I wondered if you're passive design and using house design as a way of reducing the need for energy in the house or for air conditioning or all those sorts of things as a way of reducing the cost too. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Leanne, for the question. In the place of our architectural designs for homes, we actually consider how we can reduce the cost of energy also, looking at lighting inside and outside of the house. So our architectural process embeds understanding and seeing the environmental control system to see how we can also reduce the cost of energy.
All right, Leanne, I believe that answered your question. All right, we'll be moving on. The next is Draws to Gem by Handoza Zege. Handoza, are you with us? Okay, I think Handoza is not with us presently. We'll come back to him. Right after Draws to Gem is Planet 3R. The founder is Adejoke Lassie, a vibrant young lady. Please, Adejoke, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Yes. If you're ready, your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adejoke Lassie. I'm the founder and creative director of Planet 3R. As Planet 3R, we convert textile and plastic waste into eco-friendly products. The reason why we started this was I looked in my environment and I realized that so many people just dump their waste on the streets. Some even go to the extent of burning their used clothes, the ones that they are no longer using. And all these things, I saw it as a problem in the community. So that was where I started using my weaving skills. Then we started weaving all these waste, the plastic waste, nylon, and the textile waste into a very beautiful product. So after weaving them, it goes through a lot of processes from sorting them out, shredding them and weaving. So aside from that, we create employment opportunities and empower young people in the community in the act of weaving ashoke. Thank you so much for listening.
All right, thank you, Adejoke, for that short and precise summary. Do you have any questions from the judges? do you have any questions from the judges?
Yes, I have a question for the young woman. Nice initiative, Adejoke.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So how do you source your raw materials?
Okay, some people donate for us, and we also buy from people. We have a scale that we use to measure them. So people just bring them to our workshop. So we buy from them, and for now we have only 3 collection centers where people can just take it there for easy access. Although, because we don't really have like to move around now and to go and pick all those ways, so it's been a challenge to get from other states. But I believe with time we'll be having we are going to grow our capacity in order to be able to collect more waste and convert them into beautiful products.
I wish you well.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question for Adejoke? Okay, I believe our innovation was quite clear enough for everyone. All right. Well, thank you very much, Adejoke.
Thank you.
We'll be moving straight to the next person. Alan Green, the CEO is Rashid Aliu. Rashid, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
All right. Thank you, Rashid. If you're ready, your time starts now.
Hello everyone, I am Rashid Aliu. I'm the co-founder of Irrigation. Irrigation design and develop life-changing bioenergy that solve farmers and rural community daily problems. Off-grid farmers like Yatiti spend $3 to $5 daily on costly dirty fuel, while she earn $9. This is not sustainable financially and environmentally. Our biogas mini-grid convert the identified huge waste from rural communities and farms into clean energy to power agro-processing hubs, irrigation system, and rural communities, while allowing rural communities to access cheap water, energy, and food via smart meter. While we design agro-waste and pollution by keeping waste in use for the regeneration of renewable energy, accelerating universal access to water, energy, food and job security, as well as sustainable cooling in household and health center in fighting corona. We want every one of you to join us on this dream to stretch the next 20 million Nigeria by 2030 to clean and affordable energy using pay-per-use model at affordable price, at price point they can afford. Thank you.
All right, do you have any question for Rashid from the judges?
Yes, please, if I can have a go.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Rashid, for the presentation and for your innovation. I was just wondering, I don't know if I missed it. What's the comparison between the current cost of electricity and your product? Perhaps I missed it, but I'd like to know. Yes.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you very much, Ma, for the question. Currently, our focus is our off-grid farmers. So which they spend, as I said, they spend $9 daily. They spend $3 to $5 daily on costly dirty fuel. And at times they travel miles in search of this costly dirty fuel by endangering themselves.
I'm sorry to have to interrupt you, but can you do that in Naira? Because that's your audience.
Okay.
So I'd like to know what they're spending.
Okay. They spend close to 1,500 per day on costly dirty fuel. And what we do is, like, in order to create an inclusive energy access in the rural community, we are not just considering the farmers alone, we are considering the low-income community in this very environment. So what we do is we put our price at price point they can afford by making it pay-per-use, by using pay-per-use model. So customers can buy as low as 50 naira for 50 naira per kilowatt of electricity. So after the exhaust, they can buy another one, they can purchase and repurchase as low as 50 naira using our smart IoT enabled meter. Thank you.
Okay. Please, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead, Brema.
So in your presentation, you said this is seven times more affordable.
Yeah, exactly, sir.
Trying to explain. And you also said it's 14 times cleaner.
Yeah. If you look at the relationship between using fossil fuel and using biogas, in our climate impact, it shows that It is 14 times, and it was a well-referenced document there. You can check on it. It was 14 times cleaner compared to using fossil fuel. That means like about 84% clean energy access. That's a lot about that. And for the 7 times cheaper, if you had to quantify it in terms of $3, we even peg it at $3 to $5 per of electricity. It's even way more than $7, 7 times cheaper. But we just have to make it in a more cordial. That's why we put it as at that same price, more cheaper. It's like about eight times cheaper.
Okay, well done. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Rashid. Permit me to give a little bit of clarity on the reason why the participants are using dollar as their cost. If you remember, I said ClimateLaunchPad is a global competition with almost over 50 countries. We usually send their pitches to the CRP Central in Amsterdam, and the CRP adopted dollar as the standard for all countries to use for clarity. So that is why you will see them using dollar as for each of their pitching. But for references, you can convert it to Naira just for more clarity while explaining your product. All right, thank you. Moving on, I don't know if Ogechukwu is ready, if our speaker is back and better. If Ogechukwu is ready,
yes, I'm ready.
Can we? All right.
Ready. You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you. Ogechukwu is the founder of Echo Eyes Wears. Please go ahead.
Okay, my name is Ogechukwu Zebo. I'm the founder of Eyewear, the makers of eco-friendly eyewear. So what we'll do is that we'll upcycle plastic waste to eyewears, including optical frames and sunglasses. So we are inspired by our experiences. Like I'm an optometrist by training. So when I go to the rural areas to do outreaches, there's normally lack of funds to purchase glasses. So we are inspired to convert this plastic waste to eyeglasses. And then in our beachhead market, we decided to focus on civil servants. We're inspired to meet the low and middle income earners. So we focus our market on civil servants because of the kind of work they do, and then the easy for us to reach to them, and also affordability of our products. And also our business model is focused on 3 things. We do what we call profitable recycling, whereby you can return your older, pay for a newer design at a 50% discounted rate. Then our brands are quite cheap when you compare to the other brands in market. And then myself. Okay.
All right, I think that's your time.
Yeah, that's my time.
All right, do you have any question for Ogechukwu from the judges? Do you have any question from the judges? Is our innovation that clear enough for everyone? Okay, so I guess that's the go ahead. All right, thank you very much, Ogechukwu. I guess your innovation was quite clear enough for everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right, before we go ahead, I would like to make a very, very important progress we've made at ClimateLaunchPad. Last year, we had just 1 female that entered the top 15, but this year, I'm excited to say we've moved to 4. We have 4 females moving into the finals. Apart from that, last year we have less than 5% entries, application for the CLP, but this year, through most of our engagement with and activism to get more women inclined with climate innovation, we were able to grow to up to 20% of application work for women-led innovation. So our employees that we try and get more women into climate innovation. Moving ahead, we have next AgriPool. The CEO of AgriPool is Vincent Okeke. Vincent, are you with
I'm
us?
here. Yes, sure, I'm here.
All right. If you are ready, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vincent, and I'm co-founder at Agripo. Food waste is a huge problem everywhere in the world, especially in Nigeria and Africa. Now, about 50 to 60% of all food cultivated in the African continent is lost to post-harvest loss. We're talking about enough food to feed over 300 million hungry people in the continent. And this costs farmers billions of dollars in annual revenue. It's important also to point out that food waste and post-harvest loss does not only impact farmers. Everybody is impacted. Now, rotting food produces methane, a greenhouse gas that's 32 times more potent than carbon dioxide. This damages our climate and makes the world a bit more dangerous for everybody else to live in. How are we solving this problem? Since most of the food waste problem in Africa comes from post-harvest loss, providing farmers with improved access to markets and a more efficient way of transporting their farm produce is a good place to start solving this problem. And that is exactly what we are doing with Agripo. Thank you.
All right. I can see Mrs. Nickel raising her hand. Do you have a question for?
Yes,
Agripo?
thank you. Yes, thank you very much, Vincent.
Thank you.
Your innovation is quite smart. My question is, I would need some clarity as to how rural farmers can get onto this platform. Do you think they have the means? Because we don't want this to be done for the urban farmer.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. What we have done with that is that we have people we call farm agents. Now, we went around these communities in very remote places, and we were able to find people who we can call our farm agents to sign up farmers and who are not able to use our technology, sign up these farmers and create accounts for them, post the pictures and prices of their farm produce on our platform. So these people serve as the interface between our platform and the farmers. Thank you.
I do have any other question for Vincent?
Yes, I do. I just want a bit of clarity as well on your pickup and delivery part of the whole value chain.
Okay, thank you very much. We are very much aware that logistics is a huge business, so we didn't want to be directly involved with that. We have our pickup and delivery partners, Ekesim Parcel Service, and we're also working to sign up a second logistics partner in GIG Logistics. So what our pickup and logistic partners do is once there's an order, the order is forwarded to them, they pick up from the farmer and then deliver the produce in good condition to the buyer. So that's how it basically works.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So the next is Dross to Gem, and those are Ziggy. And those are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right. If you're ready,
I'm with you.
Your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ziggy Ondufa, and I'm the founder of Dross to Gem. Dross to Gem is a green startup located in Adamawa State, and we recycle waste paper into quality state-of-the-art furnitures. And we sell our paper furniture to urban population at an affordable cost. But most importantly, it is an original idea started here in Nigeria, and we hold the patent right for it. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Thank you very much for that brief, very, very brief summary. Do I have a question from the judges? Do you have any questions from the judges?
Yeah, Dross to Gem. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, nice initiative. I just asked, are you plugged?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you plugged into any recycling initiative in your state? Are you keen into any recycling initiative in your state? Because I'm concerned about the your continuous access to raw materials to ensure that you are able to maintain production and satisfy your customers? How do you assess, are you plugged into any recycling initiative?
Yes.
How do you collect, access your raw materials? And what about the quality of a product? Has it been tested? Can it stand the test of time relative to other types of furniture?
Yeah, beautiful question. First, I want to say that we partner with the American University of Nigeria, and one of our directors or advisor is Mrs. Jennifer Che. She is a director of sustainability program at the American University of Nigeria. And so she usually is the one that coordinates our activities. And as for the raw materials, I want to say that the universities supply us in abundance, and then we collaborate with other universities around Nigeria. But so far, we have started here in Adamawa State, and then we are networking homes around the neighborhood, our host community, where we usually source our raw material. For some of them, whom actually have seen how good our initiative is, voluntarily bring their own waste papers around. And then we also utilize scavengers who usually walk around dump fields, and then we source all our raw materials from them. Now, concerning how quality the product is, usually anybody who asks me the question, I always ask for the most heaviest person to come around and then test our quality to see if we are how credible the quality of our product is. So I think as for the quality, we are very much well the furnitures are very strong, and they can withstand even the ones in the market for now. We have not even started adding more initiative yet to kind of make our raw materials, or rather our processed materials, more stronger. But I think by and large, for those who have bought our furniture and the testimony we hear from our customers, it is really qualitative. They are very quality.
All right. Is there any other question?
Hello.
I think you should just. Hello? Okay. I guess that's all for. Thank you very much, Vincent. So we'll be moving on to the next and the last business for today. But before I do that, I would like to remind the judges that please immediately after the last speaker I'm about to call, please immediately kindly send in your score so that we can collate and announce the top 3 immediately. Thank you very much. So the last business, the last but not the least, is Brickify. Brickify, the CEO of Brickify is Michael Williams. Williams, are you with us? Michael, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with.
Michael, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right, please try and check your audio. You ready? Your time starts now.
Hello, I can hear you.
Please, your time starts now. Can go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. All protocols well and busy of that. I remain William, the founder of Brickify. In Brickify, we recycle plastic waste into bricks used in construction of roads,
Sorry, Michael, I have to cut you. Sorry, Michael.
So the bricks can resist fire, it resists heat and water also. Yeah, me too.
Hello? Michael, please, can you start again? We can't hear you. If you have to put up your video, you can do that. We can't hear you. Your audio is very poor.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I think it's better, but you can do better. All right, please go ahead. Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Please, you can go ahead now.
Okay. All protocol well and doing of that. I remain William, the founder of Brookify. In Brookify, we recycle plastic waste into bricks that are used in construction of roofs, low-cost housing, roofing sheets, chairs, and tables. The bricks can resist fire, heat, and water. So, our aim is to recycle 90% of the plastic waste generated in Nigeria. Thank you.
I'm not sure if the judges can get hold of what you said.
Okay, can I come in? Can I recap?
Please, in 20 seconds, can you just recap? Please, in 30 seconds, can you just recap?
I said everyone, I'm William, the founder of Brookify. So in Brookify, we recycle plastic waste into bricks that are used in construction of roads, fishing, church, and tables. So the bricks can resist fire, heat, water. Thank you very much.
All right. For clarity, Brickify changed plastic waste to bricks for houses. That's what majorly Brickify does. Do we have any question from the judges? Do we have any question from the judges?
I just wanted to know the cost advantage, a bit more on that, but I don't think his network is good enough, so it's okay.
All right, Michael, did you hear the question? If you can quickly chat in the chat box, reply the question. If you can't, because we can hardly hear you. Can you quickly reply
the
question through the chat box?
Okay, let me do that.
All right, please. We are expecting your response, please. Do you have any other question for Brickify? So you could just type it together. Are you done doing this, Michael?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, I will help you read that out. So for floor interlocking, he sells it for 1,500 naira instead of 3,500 naira of concrete mix. And for a complete house, which is a one-bedroom flat, it goes for a flat rate of 700,000 naira. Brahma, does that answer your question? Hello, Brahma.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. That was the last presenter, last participant. So right now I will please indulge our judges to please send in their scores right now so that we can collate. Thank you. While we are waiting for the judges to put up the scores together, I would like to know, Sheifumi, are you there? If you have one or two contributions or advice for this our innovative businesses. Sheifumi. Hello, Sheifumi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
One or two comments about the businesses. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. And kudos to all those who have presented. It was really amazing to learn from, see different approach and different comments. And for me, two ideas, well, I know I'm not I'm not the judge here, but I just wanted to share my thoughts about two ideas that I felt were really unique. One of which would be Bella Akinse's Solubata. I think it was really, possibly I could relate with it, maybe because every other person too can. We all wear footwear every now and then. So I could really connect with, and if you remember my comment when Bankole asked me earlier, it's about something that we really can connect with. It's something that is born out of, yeah, we want to do good, but we're also looking at the business part of it. And I think Solubata answers that question very well. Same thing for Adejoke's Planet 3R. I see the employment potentials there, from the sourcing to the weaving. I see how it's built the skills of people, employ many other people. And those two, well, to be clear, it is those two factors, not the businesses now, but the employment potential that those businesses have, and the fact that it's something everyone can relate to and put a price to. So that's just my comment. For every other person, or as a general comment, it will be great if you all can point us to a secondary source of information. I mean, this is just 1 minute. It's not enough to clearly introduce your concepts, but it's great if you could always point us to a source of information online where we can all go back to and check. I remember Fimba was trying to, he mentioned a website which I did not get. It would have been great to check it out and read more about cat death and all that. So just as a regular comment, especially if the three people that will be making it to the finals at the African level, continental level, it will be great that you can always point people to an online platform where they can get more information or just validate some of the things that you have said. So those are just my thoughts. Again, I want to commend you, Oluwato Senior, and of course the entire team at the Nigerian Climate Innovation Center for this great work.
All right, thank you very much, Shay, for me. That was very direct and fine. Thankfully, you're not the judges, so you won't put others on pressure. So moving on, I could see many people asking so many questions about NCIC, various innovation programs and incubation acceleration programs and investment programs that we do. For us to answer these questions and how other businesses can get into so many of our various programs, I would like to invite again Mr. Bankole Oloruntoba to quickly intimate everyone on how they can get in contact with us and the several programs we run and how you guys can plug in into different programs we have. Mr. Bankole, are you there?
Hello, Tosin, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Yes, I can.
Hello, Tosin, can you hear me? Sorry,
yes,
I'm on mute, so my video might not be useful. So I would like to share a little bit of insight on what we do at the NCI. The NCIC, as you know, is being set up to be a center where we can push for the growth of a green economy in Nigeria through venture development programs, which is the core and the focus of what we do. Now, venture development for us is very critical, and it's just beyond telling you how to buy and sell. But most importantly, what are the other things that help it, that make it possible for venture development to happen? So because we know that there are different categories of venture development, we focus on incubation and also acceleration of these businesses. So by acceleration, we mean that businesses who are already in market but needs to scale up. So we create all those market, market engagement incentives, supporting structures and opportunities. We also know that when you're building ventures, early stage finances is also a very critical one. So we are also putting in place, possible opportunities of how small and medium size innovation-driven businesses can also access funds. We have developed a program mainly for women in green economy, spanning, covering all the major areas of what we focus on, meaning renewable energy, waste management, which is the circular economy part of things, water and all of its innovative uses, sustainable buildings, and mobility, and then climate smart agriculture. We know that power serves as a major on the underlining factor of most of these businesses. So renewable energy, tech, both for technology and venture development is what we're also looking at. We also hope to support policies. So hence working with government, finding more and more conducive ways, to grow, particularly the value chain within the green economy. We know the place of policy, we know the place of funding, we know the place of ecosystem, partnership, and name it. So all the different programs that we do to build ecosystem development also ranges in stakeholder engagement and research and innovation. We know that research is a very big gap when it comes to achieving the NDC. From the use of some innovative products to also size of market, to also look at standards, around manufacturing. So different things that we do that helps to develop ventures and improve, market value chain within the green economy is what we're looking at. So we run the ClimateLaunchPad, program, and this is the third year, and it has always been led by Tosin, and we hope we will continue to run it until it becomes a lot more sustainable, in Nigeria. We have the Green Women Venture Development Program G5. We have the Embryo, which we just concluded, recently alongside Allon. So in that light, we know that there are lots of partnerships that can happen. Allon drives for the growth of renewable energy in Nigeria, and Allon decides to sponsor, alongside Rockefeller, the development of ventures under the renewable energy sector, particularly solar. But then also we have the biofuel side of renewable energy. We have, the circular economy renewable, recycling and upcycling, and name the different types of cycling. We think that if we begin to build partnerships in these different sectors to build the capacity of the ventures, and also the ecosystem for the growth to different kinds of research and fit Nigeria, that connecting ecosystems together and also bridging investors to the right kinds of businesses, either infrastructure related or business related, is what we're also looking at. But we are very open to partners to build more and more ventures in other sectors, like biofuel, which we hope that we can get the interest of a few other development partners across Nigeria, and also the NMPC. We are also looking at building the capacity around circular economy, and how do we make it a bit more strengthened where they can be structured in most of these underserved markets. We would like to build more and more ventures that will further open up the market, which is an industry-related solution when it comes to venture development. We will also like to build more ventures when it comes to mobility. Mobility is still very critical for either rural farmers, rural health workers, maternal health, and also small businesses. And we think that if we can improve renewable energy powered mobility in each of these sectors, we can also enable access to the infrastructure in each of these sectors. We think that if we can put up a business model around the use of water, it can also help us ensure sustainability in access to water. And we think that if we can improve the number of ventures who also practice climate, further boost food So each of these different sectors where we hope to scale up ventures, we are welcome to as much partnership as possible, either in the areas of venture development, research and innovation, and even when it comes to policy and ecosystem development for stakeholders, including research and development. So under the NCIC, it's a plethora of opportunities, but at the same time, the core of our activities is based in venture development. And then we support, quite a few other, innovative, programs around for young people, for students, open innovation programs for even those who have that research and development background and would like to provide, solutions within the climate space. We create each and every of this, partnership around them. So we look forward to as much partnership as possible. And for anyone who would like to reach out to us, you can reach out to us at info@nigeriacic.org, or you can even just send an email, to either and every one of us. Is there? I think his email is TCIC, and while mine is BLawrence, and that's for partnerships of the CLP. There's the CLP at Nigeria CIC. Submit your application. Also on social media, you'll find us Nigeria CIC, which again covers everything from LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Our website still remains nice, and there's also an inquiry section. You can also send us an email, from that option. We hope that we can get as much. We hope to hear as much as possible from you. In terms of feedback, either of this program, a few more ideas of how we can scale up the green economy in Nigeria. Also work with for Nigerian green economy. We think that the green economy has come to stay. We are also learning from the UK government around greening the recovery of most of the economy. We are also working with the Ministry of Environment in driving mainstream green economy in Nigeria. And we think that some of the ideas and some of the solutions that we have can further scale this. We're also open to academic relationships. Like I said, the role of research is very key when it comes to building, a whole new economy. Leanne Jones is here, and she heads the research and innovation, hub part of the UK government in Nigeria, and we hope that we can drive as academic of scientific research methods, to be able to open up new innovations and also improve patent opportunities in Nigeria, which can further lead to a lot more business opportunities and also investment opportunities. We think that we're the ones that know where the challenges are in Nigeria when it comes to innovative opportunities, and we are open to work with as much people as possible, as I mentioned, and please feel free to reach out to us on any of our platforms, and we will make sure, and we'll definitely get back to you on it and look for innovative ways of working together. Thank you so much, and I will let Tosin also continue the conversation from here. If there are any thoughts and any information that any of our partners would like to share, please let us also give opportunity for that. Thank you. Over to you, Tosin.
All right, thank you very much. We are still trying to collect the results. It's looking quite good.
So maybe Sheifumi and I can have that conversation to learn more
just
around.
Buy me 2 minutes more.
Very much happy to do that, Mr. Bankole.
Okay, all right, Sheifumi. So I mean, you've listened to the businesses that you've heard so far. what are your thoughts, around scalability in some of these ideas? There's a difference between doing something cool and doing something useful. So can you help us understand what as an independent observer, what are you seeing so far?
Very important question, but I must say that it's also a very difficult question if you ask me. Like I said, and I really would not stop echoing it again and again. It's great for young people to want to do something good, something that is beneficial for the environment, for the planet and all that. But it's greater if we can all look at the business perspective to it. And it's just a given that when you bring in a solution to the table, there should also be that that reward that comes with it. So listening to all of these ideas, I'll be very honest and very frank. Not all of them are scalable. Some you can tell that is just for the passion, but they've not really been modeled such that they can bring the, they've not been modeled in a way that can be scalable. That's the truth. But it doesn't take away the fact that such ideas are still very valid and if remodeled, can stand out. I'm very careful about giving examples, but I made a list listening to everyone, and I think it's just about, and that's exactly why the NCIC is there to provide that structure and that support. That's why people like myself and a few others who also have some experiences around the business part of climate change and also the the advocacy part of climate change, to then find a meeting point for both of them, such that the passion can be sustained, but of course funds or resources can be brought in such that can drive such wonderful ideas.
Okay, thank you so much, Jay, for me. That was a frank and honest question. And most importantly, like you said, that is the essence of this program that we have. But again, if we're going to ask you as that independent person, where, apart from the scalability of each of these businesses, we know that business model is equally a very critical one. What are the areas do you think that we should focus in trying to develop some of these ventures? And what are the key points that you think that we should look out for?
Could you take that again, Bankole?
So what I'm asking is that since we have had this conversation and you have seen some of these lapses, which again is the reason why we're here in the first place, what are the areas do you think we should look out for in the business models of each of these businesses, or rather in the businesses that you have itemized? So without mentioning the name of the businesses, can you help us understand some of the points that you have laid down, as the things that you found that you think the NCIC should help some of these businesses focus on?
Okay, great. So I'll start by the presentation. You really would understand, and I really hope that some of those who've presented also understand the concept behind elevator pitch. Just a 1 minute, but in that 1 minute, you should be able to grab my attention such that I want to call you in for another 10 minutes, and then we can discuss. So I think it's good for people to understand clearly how their business works and groom themselves such that they can, in 1 minute, really put forward something that can cause really interested people to say, hey, I want to know more about this. Or, hey, let's talk about this next tomorrow or something like that. So I think that's very important to define your businesses and then be able to put it forward very clearly. Second is the finances. For every investor, I strongly believe that we're making this presentation. One of the goals is that we should get people that can invest in this. And I found out recently that the problem is not about getting investors. It's not about the availability of these investors. If there are or there are no investors that are interested to fund climate-related projects. I run a podcast. I know how well I get people coming to say, hey, can we do this and can we do that? So I know very clearly that even the faintest of ideas, when it is well articulated, has that business potential. So I think it's also clear for people to be able to define clearly, put a price to what they do and define it clearly, such that they don't have to go rambling figures and, here and there when they meet an investor, when they have to speak to someone about what they or the solutions that they offer. So those two things stand out for me, and I think it's applicable for all the businesses, from the waste to the fashion, recycling, the panel, the food management. I think it stands out for every sector, if you ask me.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. But again, so if you're going to give us a little bit of advice, as a center, in terms of partnership, what are the different pointers of where you can throw your light upon?
What?
I said, if you are going to give us a piece of advice as a center in terms of partnership, what are the areas that you think that we should, that you think we should cast our beams on?
Bankole, I must be honest, I am flattered by that question because I look up to NCIC. I very much look up to NCIC. I'm impressed by the awesome work you do and the big names that you partner with every now and then. So I don't think I'm the best person to respond to that. But, like you said, when you were making your notes,
there's nothing wrong learning anywhere. For us, we're very, we're like a startup organization too. So you never get out of that startup zone possibly to like 5 to 10 years. And so nobody will ever claim to know it all. So if for as much as we know that we have gathered a few things and we have a few projects.
Yeah, I was just going to echo your point that there is no limit to partnerships. And some of the great partnerships that I have gotten as an individual on the framework of my organizations, they came from the least expected places. So there really are no limits to partnerships. It's that willingness, that openness, which I know the NCIC is very open to. And the fact that you are spotlighting a whole lot of youth and women activities. These are the areas where I have seen the world put beam their torchlights on, and then they're wondering, everyone is talking about climate change and climate action and all that, but who is doing things within the youth space? Who and what organizations are giving the spotlight to women? And I think those are two things you're doing. If there are better ways to do it, it could also open a lot more opportunities for partnerships. But I think strongly that you guys are doing an amazing work, and I would always be here to support the great work that you do.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
That was quite good. Thank you so much, Sheifumi. And I think that it looks like Tosin is ready. So we will hand over back to Tosin. But just before we before we hand over back to Tosin for who the selected winners are, I would like to thank each and every of our judges. From our board member, Nick Olafimiho to Emmanuel Etedahi, Leanne Jones. Thank you so much, for all the time you spend. Brima, we are very happy again, to having you around. Brima has always been at the background, supporting us in one, in one way or the other. Him and also, a member of our board of advisory, Ife Adebayo, they have been working, at the background in ensuring that the NCIC still stays alive. And we are happy to have you all here and want to thank you for the time that you spent so far. And so I'll hand over to Tosin. Tosin, please do us the honors. Over to you, Tosin.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. It was quite challenging having to put us together, but we are done. Firstly, I would like to thank all the members of the jury. Really appreciate your work and really appreciate you taking your time out to help us select the top 3. So before I announce the winner, I would like to again tell you how this will go. The top 3 will be sent to the African Regional Finals. Then from African regional finals, they will be sent to the global finals in Amsterdam, hosted by ClimateLaunchPad Central in Amsterdam. Well, without wasting any more time, at the third position, there is no drum roll, so probably I'll just do the announcements just like that. Third position goes to Draws to Gem. And the second position goes to the young lady, Farm Speak. And the first position goes to Salubata. Thank you, everyone. I believe everyone is probably clapping or hailing one of their favorites, but that will be fine. The top three for this year's ClimateLaunchPad finals. I'm really happy to. I can see so many reactions on the comments section. We are really glad that these top innovations made the top three. We wish you best of luck. Again, if you need to reach us for probably sponsoring or partnering with CLP, you can always reach me on through my email, t@Nigeria.cic, or you can just send a direct email to nigeria@climatelaunchpad.org. Then we can discuss partnership or sponsorship. But for now, that are the winners for ClimateLaunchPad National Finals, Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. But before we go, I would like to say this. This doesn't end, the journey doesn't end yet, and that's the beauty of ClimateLaunchPad. We don't end our engagements with all the businesses right now. We'll keep engaging them, we'll keep helping them transit from their business and from their ideas to business. So you guys keep updating us on your profiles. Each progress you make, we would like to always be at the center of your journey. We'll always try to help you one way or the other. Thank you very much.
Okay. So, Tosin, let me just add a little bit. So I would like to congratulate, the winners, and I want to tell you that the journey ahead is still very far. And then, you're likely going to meet quite a different, number of people who might have, ideas of how your company can move forward. I would like you to be as open as possible, and also, you should be willing to, to connect and also pick up from the minds of others who have come before you. So I would like you also to take the best of every opportunity. And for those who are not called among the top three, just like Tosin has said,
Bankole, you're on mute, please. Bankole, you're on mute.
Also, in creating an incubation program for the CLP, both winners and the others who are yet to win. We don't have losers in our own spot. So we are also open, to create a dedicated incubation program for every CLP finalist, whether you're a winner or not. And we're looking forward to as much partnership as possible to everyone who can work, who can work with us to make this a success. So thank you again, to all of our partners and everyone who have joined us. To the Honorable Minister, we want to say thank you for your time. And we want to thank you also for always being there for young people, whether as a recycled youth or not. We are very grateful that you took our time to be here. We want to thank the UK government. Sean, we want to thank you for representing, the High Commissioner, and we want to thank you for all the efforts that you have also been doing, to drive more and more engagement in Nigeria alongside the COP26. Adesua, you cannot dodge this one. You are always at the background working with Sean, and I think the Honorable Minister is still here, and I don't know if she has any comment that she would like to pass on to some of the businesses that have won this afternoon. But we would like to thank you, Ma, for your time. We would like to thank everyone, in this light, and I want to say thank you for all of your effort. Honorable Minister, do you have anything to say?
Okay, thank you very much. I just came back on, and I'd like to congratulate the winner.
Okay.
And the others who didn't make it. Everyone is a winner. and we're here to lend you all the support. So please work closely with the Ministry of Environment and the Nigeria Climate Innovative Center as well, for us to get all the solutions we need, because I believe the future lies with the youth. So you guys can make it happen. Thank you very much. And thanks to the British High Commissioner as well, for always being there. I just called one of my favorite mentees, Adeswa Green, as I call her. And Shay, thank you as well for coming on. Thank you very much. And thanks to Sean Melbourne as well, one of our fantastic partners. So we all look forward to COP26.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
And my fellow recycled youth, Bankole Olorentoba, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Man. Thank you so much. Man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the winners, if I could help you reiterate them, the winners, the first winner is Salubata. The first runner-up is Farm Speak, and then the third person is Dross to Gem. These are the three who will be representing Nigeria in the regional finals hosted by Kenyan CIC, and also in the global finals who will be hosted by CLP, Climate KIC from Amsterdam. Those are the three winners representing Nigeria.
Nigeria, fantastic. So you guys fly the flag and make us proud.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And we look forward to the courtesy visit that we hope to have with you very soon. We'll send in a request for that, man.
All right, no problem. Take care.
Thank you so much. Yes, bye-bye. Okay, so this again signals the end of this event, and we want to thank everyone else who have participated. Like I said, from everybody from the board of the NCIC to our partners at FC4S, led by Emmanuel Etedahi, to the member of our judges. There's also Mohamed Brahma, and then there is Leanne Jones. I want to thank you all, for all the support that you have done to make this a success. And I want to say, Tosin, you've done a good job to coordinate everybody, and we hope that you continue to do a better job with the NCIC. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to further engagement. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Have a nice time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
I think again in times of crisis, as a company, and especially us as an impact-focused company, the first thing you think about is how can we contribute. So we thought of it as we are an impact investor in off-grid energy in Nigeria. Okay, so how can we help in the space that we are in? And so that's how we came up with the idea of, okay, look, all of these centers that are going up, these emergency health facilities, all of them need power, right?
Yeah.
Now, some of them, if someone puts up a huge tent, okay, it's hard to you can't put solar power panels on a tent. In some cases, it doesn't fit, but in most cases, solar can actually be a huge help to make the center operational very quickly, and again, so that the people in the center can worry about healing people and getting people better and addressing the illnesses rather than worrying about diesel supply.
I've been very big on sustainable agriculture for a while, and then I heard of hydroponics and vertical farming, two systems, and I did a bit of research, and it just seemed like the perfect merger, to be able to use the benefits of those two systems, to achieve food security and combat all the problems we have. So I decided to pursue a master's in it and do my research in it, and find out how we can make it more efficient, because I'm from Nigeria. And so I'm not about to spend my time doing something that's only applicable in one part of the world. So that was my big question. How can we do this more efficiently?
So OneWorld Solar leverages mobile technology to deliver tokenized digital 24/7 electricity. We call it energy decentralization and democratization of energy at about 10 cents, that is Nigerian 36 naira per kilowatt hour, to eligible users. Of course, this is backed by our fintech blockchain technology platform. So OneWorld Solar is that solar fintech startup that enable peer-to-peer trading. That is solar blocks owner. So you are an electricity user, then you connect to OneWorld Solar blockchain platform. That is electricity provider in a digital asset model.